This video that you guys are watching right now, I was doing a takedown, right? And in this takedown, which was not a problem, my clients did not have a problem paying for me to take down their hair after it had been up for 4 months. It sparked crazy conversation, and this is 5 years ago. So again, I want you to draw the parallel for how women were 5 years ago and where you are today. I'm always in the middle with this. If I come to you to get my hair installed and I'm coming to get it taken down and reinstalled, and then taking down the weave is a part of the service, especially if you promote yourself as a weave specialist / shop and the customer is coming to get a full service, it should be included in the service price and not added. If you were the one who installed my weave, then she shouldn't have to pay for the removal. If she knew how to remove the sew-in without cutting the natural hair, she would have done it herself. Now, you can read the rest of it because I'm not gonna do this. I want to have this conversation because the stupid women that were walking around this earth 5 years ago are even stupider today. And we're gonna unpack it all. So if you're a person who's easily offended, then this ain't gonna be the video for you because I don't have a script. We're gonna read these comments one at a time, and whatever conversation is birthed from the stupidity in these messages, that's what we're gonna do. It's not my fault, it's theirs. For you to pay for somebody, for you to say that something that I do to your hair one day and then 5 months later I should automatically take it down for free is different. It's two completely different services. When you go in to see a cosmetologist, you're not paying for a service, you're paying for time, and whatever time block you book, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing within that time frame. To think about this, like this comment here says, is because of social media, women are under the impression that what they say goes and that everything is up for debate, that everything is up for argument, and that's just not true, you guys. And things like this is one of the main reasons that I no longer stand behind the chair, and it's actually one of the main reasons why a lot of the cosmetologists like myself either don't stand behind the chair anymore, or they have their businesses structured differently to the point where a lot of you aren't able to find them. My channel isn't like most of the channels that you find on YouTube. Most of the time, if you find a video on hair, if their skin is black, you're expected to wear your hair curly, wear your hair in its natural state, and you're supposed to recite the same rhetoric that goes around. I've never been that girl, and I'm actually the type of person, like, I like to go against the crowd, like on purpose. Like, whatever, if everybody's wearing a purple shirt and it's purple day, I'm gonna be the girl in the orange shirt just because I don't want to wear purple today, and you're not gonna force me to wear purple. It's the norm to automatically try to argue and debate with things that we know nothing about. This comment was great. Facts. Ignorance has become the new way of living, and education is for those who do too much. This is exactly why I do most of my work behind the scenes or with limited clientele, because I refuse to put my license on the line for something that I'm not supposed to do or shouldn't do just to please people. I'm confident that I will build up great support because I care, not just because of money. God got me. That's all that matters. Good job, Sam. At some point, certain people will finally understand. Until then, we can only work with those who do. This is from somebody who is a cosmetologist like myself. But see, the problem is everybody's a genius. Everybody knows everything, and it's crazy how you could be smart and dumb at the same time. How you could be smart and know everything about nothing all at one time, and that is the thing that has everybody stuck, right? This one, everybody loves to talk about how long their hair was as a child when they were getting their scalp oil, but they seem to forget the part when they had dandruff and other fungus on the scalp and literally had to get it scraped off every day. And it's something that across social media you guys like and you love it. It's like, ooh, it like makes you feel a way to watch a video getting dandruff scraped off the scalp, and it's like a rite of passage for black women. It's not normal. To constantly get dandruff and flakes scraped off of your scalp means that your natural skin cell turnover cycle is being thrown off, and the #1 way to throw your skin cell turnover cycle off is to oil and grease the scalp. Now, it is scientifically proven that black people produce more sebum than everybody else. Let me break it down to you and let me put it on the screen for those who want to think I'm making stuff up. Let's go and let's hop right into Wikipedia so you read it yourself. Paralipid on hair samples, it has been shown that black subjects have 60 to 70% more lipids in their hair compared to white subjects. Black subjects also have bigger sebaceous glands, which contribute to the increased sebum secretions. So it has been scientifically proven that black people produce more sebum and have more sebum over the surface area of their scalp. So you guys can say whatever you want to say in your theory, but that is a fact, and there is a reason why the sebum is limited, and there is a reason why most black women have the same forms of alopecia by the time they get to a certain age. There's a certain reason why black men have a certain form of alopecia by the time they get to a certain age. Even back in the day when you used to do the 360s and the waves, the way you get 360s is like constantly pack your scalp full of oils and butters and grease, and through your 20s you be good. That's why when women say things like, I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years and everything been good, because hair is not something that you get instant gratification with. YouTube made y'all believe that, but hair is not something that you get instant gratification with. Hair weathering and hair miniaturization, like I said, takes anywhere between 6 months to 25 years or longer to show up, right? And so when the thinning and the recession comes, everybody forgets about their patterns in the past, right? But across social media, women love to just get online and just be so loud. The problem isn't that you loud. The problem is that you dumb. The problem is that you loud and dumb at the same time. Be loud and smart. Like, I could be loud. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. You could be like, oh my God, seeing loud, she always got something to say. But you got to say, but she be knowing her shit. But y'all just be loud and wrong. Loud and dumb. Look. Combs breaks off the hair, especially 4C hair. Our hair does not need to take the same approach as someone with straight hair, because our hair is way more curly, making it way more easier for the snags. That's why we finger detangle. No, y'all finger detangle because y'all dumb. It's 4 fingers. You got 4 fingers and 100,000 to 400,000 strands of hair on your head. You don't finger detangle because our hair is fragile. You finger detangling because you dumb, girl. Dumb. So I said my hair is long and healthy, not just long. While I do agree that amount of shedding is not normal, it's something that I have thankfully never experienced from following my regimens. You need to stop misleading your audience about water, twist, and finger detangling. When done right, my grandma used to use grease and water methods since she was young and rocking a fro. She died with a full head of healthy hair. Blessed day anyway. I won't be watching or commenting on your videos anymore. Listen, the thing is, and that's why this is not one of those educational videos, this is just me, we just having a talk. It is a known fact that certain foods, certain drugs, doing certain things cause different forms of cancer and different things in the body. Are there some people on earth that do every drug on the planet and never die of any illness? Absolutely. But my baby, that don't change the fact that the majority of black women that follow the practices that you're swearing by are in negative situations. And the problem is this: social media has made y'all believe that y'all opinion matters. It has made y'all believe that y'all have to just watch everything or y'all have to comment on everything. If you do not agree with me, then don't. It is okay, because this is the thing. For every woman like you that's like, oh, my grandma did this and she died with a head full of hair, you and your grandma are 2 completely different people. You've been doing it for 4 years, and just because somebody dies with a whole bunch of, I'm not even going there, that has absolutely nothing to do with me. It's completely exhausting, right? Because the thing is, if your hair is 1000% healthy, right, if you're doing good, then why are you on YouTube? Why are you sitting through a video that says twist outs are not a protective style? This is the thing. I do not make videos here on social media to go back and forth with nobody. When I made a video saying that twist outs are not a protective style, that's exactly what I meant. Twists are not a protective style. Why comment this long essay? twists are not a protective style. They're not. The definition of a protective style is something that protects the scalp and the ends. When you have your hair in 2-strand twists, neither your scalp or your ends are protected. It's not. It's a style. Is it a protective style? Absolutely not. It's just a style that you put your hair in. So be aware that if you don't go about it in the right way, it is going to do more harm than good to your hair. My baby, don't nobody want to hear, yo, I have a dream speech. I don't care. This is the thing. I stepped away from behind the chair because, not because there was something wrong, but because I got into the field of cosmetology originally at 18 years old, at 17 years old, as a scientist. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be the it girl. There was no Instagram when I graduated cosmetology school. So social media and the way it is, it wasn't a thing. YouTube was around, but I had no desire to be a YouTuber. Didn't know you can make money on YouTube. All I ever wanted to be was a scientist that specialized on the human scalp, the human hair shaft, the human follicle, and a couple of other places on the human scalp, like in the skin, the face, all of this stuff. Like, girl, nobody ever went to school to sit online and try to go back and forth with y'all about nothing, because it's exhausting, right? I could go through your whole comment and say, oh, well, your grandma probably had her hair turned out longer for XYZ. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I think that women need to get to a place where they learn where to put their pearls. Don't cast your pearls away to things that aren't serving you. If you are a team natural girl, if you want to walk around and wet your hair and walk outside, then goddamn it, you go wet your hair and walk outside. You go do that. Okay, I don't give a shit. I'm not going to your room. Y'all be coming to my channel as if I come in your room and be like, bring your ass over here and watch my video. I'll be minding my business. It's just me in here right now. So you may be watching me and a couple people watching me 100 times, but I don't know y'all. So when y'all leave these I have a dream speeches in my comments, it is so annoying, and you can clearly see why nobody wants to service y'all. And this is the thing, y'all, most of the time, anytime I make a video like this, I'll have comments like this. I may find 1 or 2 of them that I put up on the screen. It's like, oh, well, hairstylists are nasty and they rude and they be having y'all waiting all the time. Those are the cosmetologists that y'all have access to. I always worked in solar salons in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the bougie areas, and all of the women that worked in the same place with me, they would be giving their clients mimosas. Their clients would be eating little cucumber sandwiches. This is all racist. So the type of women that y'all are attracting, the type of cosmetologists and hairstylists that y'all are aligning with, are nothing like me. So we're not in the same vibration. So when you come over here giving me the energy that you should be giving Shabrisha in them, it's out of alignment, because we're not the same in any way, shape, or form, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think the problem is black women have such this underlying deep problem with each other that anytime you see a black woman that says something that you don't agree with, you automatically put the emotions on her of all of the black girls that resemble me, that look like me, that got my complexion, that talk like I talk. You want to put all of your emotions for them on me. That ain't what this is for. I'm not here for none of that, okay? I am not in the same mental realm that y'all are in. I am a scientist. I don't do the what ifs, or actually I think that anytime I see comments like the ones I put up on the screen, all I see, that's why some people be like, oh, you passive aggressive. I'm not passive aggressive. To be passive aggressive is to say something smart indirectly. I tell you that you're wrong directly. So I'm never being passive. People take somebody being straightforward and outspoken and not beating around the bush as being aggressive. So my baby, I can't be passive aggressive and rude and loud all at the same time, huh? Like, which one is it? Either I talk too much and I'm too direct and I'm rude, or I'm passive. Like, which one is it? I'm neither one. But if it's stupid, I'm gonna tell you that it's stupid. And it's stupid because we have so many women, like there are so many black women who have beautiful, healthy hair and you don't have to walk around with wet hair to do it. You guys are so confused. You guys think that putting water on your hair is moisturizing your hair. Water doesn't moisturize your hair. To moisturize your hair is to create a barrier. So if you're putting water on your hair, baby, water breaks bonds. It don't create barriers. It breaks down barriers 1000%. Water, if you put water on the wall every day, it's gonna deteriorate that wall. It's not gonna create a barrier on top of the wall. You applying water to your hair or water-based products to your hair daily is not creating a moisture barrier. You're weakening your moisture barrier. What are you talking about? Everything happens in reverse. But because women are so ready to argue and go back and forth about things they have no education on, minds are completely closed. And it gets to a point where most women like me or men like me in the industry have decided to just, like the comment that I just read you, have just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna close my books altogether because it's exhausting. It's exhausting to really truly from the bottom of your heart really want to help people, but then have to be fighting like this. But see, this is the thing though. I know you probably thought this was going a different way, like, oh, that's why C is mad. Girl, bye. I have been doing this since I was 19. I am 34 years old. Okay, just turned 34 years old, baby. And me and my husband have been together married for 16 years, together for 17 years. And this is the thing, when things get like hard, like I eat that. I like thrive in difficult situations. So to be constantly going through all of these different cycles, which are over these last 10 years, is nothing. It doesn't bother me. We can do it again. I'm just getting started. Like, it's not a big deal. And what do I mean by that? First, it was rice water. Rice water was the first thing that y'all was all super mad about. Brown brushing. At first, when I first started making YouTube videos, it was like, oh, black girls aren't supposed to use round brushes. I had a crap load of videos about me like, oh, she's trying to do hair like a white girl. And of course, don't nobody remember, every time something happens, right, once it's not viral anymore, the people who did it, the people who started it, they act like they don't know who did what, who started what. I remember everything, and I got time, baby, time. That's the problem with our people. We don't have patience. There are a lot of other races. The reason that they can organize and have stuff together is because they can look. It reminds me of back home in the D where I'm from, right, where it's certain areas like Highland Park, Michigan, and different areas of the D that are all run down and they look real dusty right now. But the people back in the D that got money, they will wait decades for cities to deteriorate, come buy all of the land, wipe it all out, build new stuff up, raise the prices so you can't afford them, and then boom, it's their city. And they do it because they have patience. I got patience, because this is the thing, I've been making videos on YouTube for a long time. When I first started making videos on YouTube that were me actually talking, because at first I was just making, you know, like hair videos because I'm a cosmetologist. I was just like, oh, I'll set my camera up, post the video, and then I was like, oh, people want to see this. So then when I like started wanting to share a little bit more, then I was like, oh, I could get into my scientific bag. And then I came out with my rice water video, and I've always been authentically myself. And I think the issue is y'all are so used to seeing people put on their camera face like, hi guys, today I'm gonna have this video. And if you say something that's stupid, or if it's something that they think is dumb, it's gonna be like,
I don't think we should do that, guys, because that's not best for us. If you really want to do it, just add a couple drops of oil. It'll make it better.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, don't use it, period. You're gonna be bald head in about 10 years, right? That's what I said on the rice water video. And now here we go. In 2024, black women are leading in seborrheic dermatitis, CCCA, and so many other scalp infections. And I work hand in hand with dermatologists, and almost every single time that either one of the dermatologists that I work with or myself, anytime we ask the questions of the patterns, we either find we always find at least one team natural hack from YouTube that everybody has followed. And what y'all don't understand is when you go on YouTube, they make a video and be like, oh yeah, you use this on your hair this one time and it'll be good, and if you don't like it, it wash out. Your hair is not like that. It does not work that way. Your hair shaft is not like your skin. You put some on your skin that don't work out, you get a rash. Even if you get a cut or something, hell, you can cut a piece of your skin out. You can cut all your titty meat out and then sew it back up. It'll sew in. Now you got boy chest. Hello, you walk around like Superman and you used to be Supergirl, right? Your hair isn't like that, baby. When something breaks, when something deteriorates with your hair, once it gets to a certain point, it's never coming back again. That's how the hair shaft works. So when a licensed cosmetologist or a scientist or a trichologist gets online and they say, no, don't do this to your hair, don't put this in your hair, what we would get is like, oh, you hating, you just don't want other people to do it. It's like, yeah, why am I wrong because I spent 2 years in school and I'm still educating myself every year, and I don't want you, because of what I do, because I love my profession, I don't want you to do it quickly thinking that it's going to be good for your hair, because I am a professional and I understand the long-term damage. That's what professional cosmetologists were saying. But because of whatever little deep dark stuff you got, I don't know if you mad at your auntie or your mama or whoever, your grandma, whoever you mad at, then it makes it so that you can't hear anything that I have to say. And what's crazy is you won't listen to the one who looks like you, but you go and you pour all of your money and you spend all of your money with people who look nothing like you, who don't have your best interest at heart at all, because you're under the preconceived notion that the person who has your best interest at heart is the person who's
talking the sweetest to you and the nicest to you.
And this is the thing, I'm not gonna change myself. I'm not going to come online and retract one syllable of one word I've ever said. Never. Nothing. And I would challenge anybody. The one thing that you've never seen any of the people who make videos about me come on my lives. You've never seen them comment under any of my videos. Oh my God, please, mama dog. Oh, where's my daddy finger? Right here, my daddy finger right there. It say to my loving daughter, you see my daddy fingerprint? Oh my God, I swear to God on my daddy, like, please comment on one of my videos. Oh my God. But they never do. They never do. They really never do. Oh my God, on my daddy. Oh my God, on my daddy, and and on the ancestors. Like, but nobody will ever do it, because most people who are making videos to get a rise out of your emotions. Like, y'all have to remember where the rise of all of the commentary and all of that came shortly. I mean, it was going on before COVID, but it was a burst of it after COVID. Everybody's an expert, everybody has an opinion, and everybody thinks that their opinion is valid. And I know a lot of people are gonna have a problem with what I have to say, so put on your happy smile. Everybody's opinion is not valid. It's not. I'm sorry. And even though I have multiple certification, a couple of degrees in my field, my opinion does not matter in a operating room during a follicle transplant, during a hair follicle transplant. My opinion does not matter. I don't give a how many people I've helped, how many people I've healed from CCCA. It doesn't matter. My opinion does not matter. It doesn't. But for whatever reason, black women now just need their ego stroked, and they want to be told that they know something and their opinion matters in every situation. And my baby, your opinion does not matter in every situation. If we're on an airplane and the airplane is shaking, me getting up,
hey Mr. Officer, I mean not Mr. Officer, Mr. Airplane Man, Mr. Pilot, hey Mr. Pilot, I was watching this one video. You know that movie Snakes on the Plane, and what he was doing, the way he was putting that rider up and you moving up there a little bit, then boy, it'll stop the shaking. You should try it.
Girl, they will put me off the damn plane. Your opinion does not matter. And for whatever reason, because your hair is attached to your head, you like, oh, well, it's my hair, I could do it. But it's like, you probably could, and you go ahead, but to go back and forth and to argue with somebody over the science of the human body is completely idiotic and illogical. And it is why black women are where they are right now. And for a lot of people, it's extremely exhausting, but for me, I got time, because for every one person who doesn't listen, there are about 50 more who do. And those are the people that I'm here for. Those are the comments that have been popping up on the screen. And yes, I do a 7-day challenge. Yes, I sell ebooks. Yes, there are things that you can buy. Absolutely. But a lot of these people that you've been seeing pop up on the screen haven't paid me one quarter. All they've done is try. And see, this is the thing. For one, most people come on YouTube channels searching for offense, looking for offense. It's like a drug, right, for a lot of people. And then if you're not able to find that offense, then you want to argue. You want to go back and forth with people. And the thing is, when somebody's not giving you that type of interaction that you want, you automatically take that person as being dismissive. 1000%. I am 10 million kabillion percent being dismissive of somebody who just wants to come on my channel and argue, because at the end of the day, the videos that I make are for women who are looking for other options. Team Natural's been going on for at least 12 years, and for the last 12 years, cosmetologists like myself have been taking it on the chin. It is what it is. We either leave the industry 1000% or we adjust. I adjusted to other things. There are some women who are still behind the chair, but they've made their own adjustments to the point where things can stay in a healthy manner for them, right? But the majority of, but for me, I left the cosmetology industry from a perspective, meaning I just left from standing behind the chair, but I'm still in the industry. And as you can see here on the screen, there are so many women who get the changes that they need. All of the scalp inflammation, all of the dandruff, the seborrheic dermatitis, the CCCA that your dermatologist is telling you will never go away, I have cured multiple times. You can see it here on the screen. So this is the thing. You can in one breath say, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about and this or that. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have to say. My daddy used to always tell me, every tree bears its own fruit. This is my fruit. You can either take it or leave it. I am not a person that is on social media that's like, hey, my way or the highway, my way goes. The name of my website is www.cnsmith.guru. Yes, I am the guru, but I create more of myself. I am not trying to create a whole bunch of people who follow me, all hail Sendao and what Cn has to say. No, think of that one, what was I watching? Was it Super 8? Something with superheroes, and his superpower was basically he could just multiply himself as many times as he wanted to, and they would have all of his strength, all of his like sexiness, everything. I am multiplying myself, multiplying the way that my brain works. I am showing you, giving you factual information and telling you where to go find it on your own, right? So it's completely ignorant when you have women like this who want to argue, oh, black women are like this. One comment here, I'm not going to read it, but by the time I'm editing this video, I'll find it and put it here. It was like, oh, the reason why the reason why black women hair is dry is because our hair is curly and it can't drip down the hair shaft. You can't make it drip down. Now, it was one guy who asked the question. He just asked the question, and I want you to pay attention. Like, look at him asking the same question, and then look at her just like, you don't know, because black women, our hair don't produce oil, and white women, their hair produce way more oil than us. Other races, they produce way more oil than us. So that's why. And it's like, you're stupid. That's not it. That's not true. And the reason that I'm calling you stupid isn't because you're wrong. The reason that I'm calling you stupid is because you won't even take the chance to learn. You don't know that you know that you know that you know because you've done the research, because you've looked at the human body under an electric microscope. You don't know that you know for a definite fact that black women cannot produce semen. You do not. Ooh, not semen. Sebum. Ooh. You don't know that you know that. You do not know that you know that. You're just spitting stuff out your butt. Because if you said things that you know, what you would do is be like, oh, like him. He's like, oh, well, that makes sense. Because this is the thing. If you're a scientist, right, and you know that these are two groups of women. One woman has dry hair that is perceived to be dry. One woman has so much sebum on her hair from roots to ends that she has to wash her hair every couple of days. What is this woman doing that this woman isn't? Because our ultimate goal for us to meet in the middle is get the hair completely coated with sebum. What is this woman doing that this woman isn't? So then when you look at both women and their patterns through the week, the woman with long hair who don't have a problem with her sebum reaching roots to ends, she shampoos her hair on a regular basis. She combs her hair at least twice a day, and she puts her hair in a style that allows it to be combed, right? And even if she has it in a style that doesn't allow her hair to be combed, it was combed properly before it was put in that style. The style was only left in for a short amount of time, and then it was removed before it got a chance to break and mat. One woman combs her hair once to twice a day. The other woman combs her hair once every 6 months, or moreover, she doesn't comb her hair one at all because she uses her 4 fucking fingers. Oh, it's so easy to see, and I think that's what y'all don't understand. There are so many dermatologists. The dermatologist that I work with is so freaking amazing, but she will not let me post her stuff, not because of me. She does not want to service black clients, period. She don't want to service y'all at all because no one listens. It is so simplistic. The only difference between women in group A and women in group B is women in group B think that combs and brushes are the devil, and women in group A understand that the only way to move a waxy substance from your roots to your ends is with a comb or a brush. Oh my God. And this is the thing. You know earwax, right? That's in your ears. Do you know where the earwax that's in your ears come from? It comes from your scalp. If you look at this illustration here, you have a sebaceous gland that produces your sebum, the oil that black women don't have. You got the sebaceous gland pushing out the sebum, and then over there you have the sweat gland. The sweat gland is pushing out sweat, and when they mix up, it kind of gives you like this kind of sort of amber color. And then if you have an overproduction of yeast on the scalp, it kind of mixes with that, and it gives you like a ambery, orangey, yellowish type color when it's dirty, right? When the scalp needs to be clean, when it's overrun. But when earwax that you're getting out of your ear, Google it. Do not take my word for it. The earwax that you're getting out of your ear is an accumulation of sebum and sweat that is coming from the scalp. The earwax in your ears is not coming from the inside of your ears. It's coming from your scalp, and it's dripping down here and going through here. As you sleep, you sleeping, you moving all around at night. That's what earwax is. So when you're constantly greasing the scalp and buttering the scalp and oiling the scalp, the way that the earwax is on your ear is the same way that sweat and the sebum accumulates and makes a film within the follicle. So it's not that black women can't have sebum running down. Y'all are always blocking y'all follicles. Y'all won't stop because you think you know everything, and you won't comb and brush your hair, and you won't start because you think you know everything. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. The average human being has 100,000 follicles on their scalp. and every follicle is protruding out of 1 to 4 pores. Well, I know y'all watched this video before in this one here, but I want y'all to look at her hair under this microscope again, and I'll find a couple of other pictures under a microscope and I'll show them to you and maybe do a voiceover or whatever. But I want y'all to see that on her damaged hair follicles, you can see there is only 1 hair protruding out of her follicle. But then on the damage on a couple of her other follicles, you can see 3 hairs coming out of some of her follicles. Some are, it's like even 3 to 4. This is a woman with extremely thick and full hair, but due to her team natural practices, due to her constant oiling and greasing the scalp, her wash and goes, her twist outs, all of the stuff that y'all don't want to stop doing, right? All the stuff that y'all want to argue about, she is going from having she is at the beginning stages of hair follicle miniaturization, where her hair follicles are going from 4 strands per follicle to 1 to 2 to 3, and you can see it here with your own eyes. So what you can see, she is in the stages of hair follicle and hair shaft miniaturization. Pay attention to how some of the hairs are thicker and then some are really thin. Again, as we're going, like as I'm talking, hopefully I'll be able to zoom in and like point it in really quick. But that's something that you need to understand. But of course, if you're just looking at your hair on a microscope, if you haven't studied the human body, you won't know how to tell the difference, but how to look for hair shaft miniaturization. There's no way you would know. But this is what miniaturization looks like. So if you want to know if you are at the beginning stages of hair follicle of hair shaft miniaturization, then get you a little scalp microscope from wherever. I'll leave some links in the description box and you can check it out. But this is what miniaturization looks like. Look at the density and the thickness of some of her hair shafts opposed to the other really skinny ones next to it. That is because slowly but surely her hair shaft is beginning to die and break off, and eventually the one that's super skinny will get so skinny and so weak that it'll snap off altogether. And that is what hair miniaturization is. I know you guys think that when you put all of the oils and butters and greases on your hair is healthy. And just like the woman before, oh, my grandma died with a head full of healthy hair. If your grandma was always wearing her hair in wash and goes, and if she was always wearing her hair natural, you don't know what state your grandma died with her hair in, because her hair was always in an afro. One of my grandmother's hair was always in an afro too, but then whenever they straightened it, you could clearly see the thinning part within her crown where the density had changed. So no matter how argumentative you want to become, hair weathering and hair miniaturization is real. And again, I make the type of videos that I make because I am here for the women who have open hearts. I'm here for the women who actually want to learn through this video. That's why I've been adding all of these reviews on the screen, because I want you guys to see. It's one thing for me to say it. It's a whole nother thing for you to see multiple women say, oh my God, you do not need oil for your scalp at all. Like, oh my God, I've been a part of this challenge for 6 months and I have not used oil or grease. My hair doesn't need it. Oh my God. Oh my God, I stopped putting all of these oils and hair growth aids on my edges and I just changed XYZ in the challenge and now my edges are back. Oh my God. Like, I teach y'all what I know. And what's funny is I'll get comments like this, like, oh, well, if you're having problems with your hair, how are you able to make videos? Girl, bye. I'm great at what I do because of the ailments that I face. Know that. If hydrogenated suppurativa never happened in my body, I would have never went into the science of hair. Not saying that there's anything wrong with anybody who doesn't go into the science and just it sticks with, you know, hair as it pertains to cosmetology. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I would have stayed there if it wasn't for HS. The only reason that I went deeper into the science is because I had to learn how to heal myself. With hydrogenated suppurativa, my baby, if I didn't know what I know now, if I didn't become as knowledgeable as I was, I would be skin bald all over my face. Because prior to me changing my eating habits, prior to me getting into herbalism and learning the things that I now teach you guys, my outbreaks used to be insane, okay? But I don't have them anymore, and I'll have a very, very mild one if I eat crazy. But I was my first patient. I was my first test. So I'm not coming from a place of like, oh, follow me. No, I'm just pointing in a certain direction, saying go look over there and then go do more work for yourself. In the 7-day challenge, they're not planning their hair. They have mannequins, right? So many people across social media, everybody always wants to try to argue, and all cosmetologists are going to be different. Everybody's going to have their different opinions on different tools, and this is how the real OGs are teaching. They're not teaching you how to do things on your own hair, right? So I really hope that this video put things in perspective for you guys, because I'm never gonna stop making the type of videos that I make. I'm actually just getting started. I understand that a lot of people don't agree with my content, and I don't make agreeable content. I'm never expecting anybody to follow me or anything like that. I am creating gurus. I am here for the scientific mind that wants to think for themselves. So of course, if you come with rhetoric that you got from somebody else with somebody else's thoughts and somebody else's mind, and you try to leave it here, I'll either delete your comment or I may say something smart to you. I just may, because I don't want to fellowship with Team Natural Rhetoric. I've been doing it for over a decade and I'm done, right? So I really hope that helped people understand. I know that there are a lot of people that are new here to my channel, but again, I'm not making videos like as a person. This isn't like, ooh, commentary, what Sin thinks about. I am a scientist, okay? I am not I mean, I do create things and I do influence, but I don't just, if somebody was to say, what do you do? I say I'm a scientist when somebody asks me, like out on the street. And I hope nobody takes it the wrong way. And I hope that it explains things to y'all.